Triple H reacted to potential issues with an upcoming change to WWE Raw. The promotion is currently on the road to WWE Survivor Series 2024 next weekend at the Rogers Arena in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. WWE Raw will be making the switch from USA Network to Netflix in January 2025. The boxing match between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul was recently streamed on Netflix, and the platform buffered throughout the night. Speaking on Greg and the Morning Buzz, Triple H shared his thoughts on potential buffering issues with Raw on Netflix. The King of Kings noted that if the show buffers because there is an incredible number of fans watching, then he would be okay with it. The promotion and Netflix agreed to a 10-year deal to bring Raw to Netflix in 2025. SmackDown's time on the Fox network came to an end earlier this year, and the blue brand can now be seen on the USA Network every Friday night. The Genius of the Sky won a battle royal earlier this month to become the #1 contender for Liv Morgan's Women's World Championship. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw show, Russo sarcastically said that fans should be invested in Io Sky because the company liked her work. The veteran then suggested that both Shawn Michaels and Triple H were marks. The debut episode of Raw on Netflix will air live on January 6, 2025, from the Intuit Dome in California. It will be interesting to see if the game has any surprises in store for fans at the highly anticipated show next year. The clock ticked closer to midnight in the Stamford headquarters of WWE, yet the office of Paul Triple H Levesque was far from quiet. Papers sprawled across his desk, his phone buzzed incessantly, and a large monitor displayed draft plans for the upcoming Monday Night Raw schedule. The wrestling world had been in turmoil for weeks, ever since rumors began circulating about a potential network switch for Raw. It wasn't just a small tweak in programming. This was a seismic shift, the kind that could shake WWE to its core. The network negotiations, while lucrative, came with significant challenges, chief among them the possibility of Raw moving to a different night or even a different platform. For a brand that had dominated Monday nights for over 30 years, this was uncharted territory. Triple H leaned back in his chair, rubbing his temples. His mind raced with questions. How would fans react? Would they follow Raw to its new home? What about the talent? Monday nights had become synonymous with WWE. Breaking that tradition could alienate even the most loyal viewers. He clicked his pen against the desk, a nervous habit that returned in moments like these. The decision wasn't entirely in his hands. WWE's corporate higher upas, including Nick Khan and representatives from the prospective networks, were deeply involved. But as chief content officer, Triple H bore the weight of ensuring the creative and operational success of WWE's flagship show. "Paul, you faced bigger challenges," he muttered to himself. Yet, he knew this was different. Raw wasn't just a show, it was an institution. If they mishandled this switch, it could jeopardize decades of legacy. A knock at the door interrupted his thoughts. In walked Shawn Michaels, his longtime friend and the current head of NXT. If anyone understood the pressure Triple H was under, it was Shawn. "You look like you've been in a last man standing match," Shawn quipped, taking a seat across from him. Triple H smirked. "Feels like it, too. What's up?" "I wanted to check in. The Raw switch, it's all anyone's talking about." Talent's nervous. Fans are speculating. "It's starting to get messy out there." Triple H nodded. "I've been getting the same feedback. Social media's already blowing up with rumors. Some are excited, but a lot of them aren't." Shawn leaned forward. "Look, I know this is a tough call, but you need to get ahead of this. The talent needs clarity, and the fans need reassurance. If they feel like we're leaving them in the dark, it'll only make things worse." Triple H sighed. Shawn was right. Transparency was key, but how much could he share without spilling the details of ongoing negotiations? Later that week, Triple H held a closed-door meeting with RAW's roster. The energy in the room was tense. Superstars whispered among themselves, their faces betraying a mix of curiosity and concern. Triple H stood at the front, his presence commanding attention. "All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room," he began, his voice steady despite the tension. "You've all heard the rumors about Raw potentially moving to a new network or night. I'm here to tell you that while nothing is finalized yet, change is on the horizon." Murmurs rippled through the room. Some wrestlers, like Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, exchanged worried glances. Others, like Cody Rhodes and Rhea Ripley, remained stoic, their expressions unreadable. "I know this raises questions," Triple H continued. "What I can promise you is this. No matter what happens, Raw will remain the same in spirit. It's still going to be the show that defines WWE. But I need all of you to trust that we're making this move with the long-term success of the company and all of you in mind." Seth Rollins raised his hand. "Hunter, what about the fans? They're used to Monday nights. If we move, how do we keep that momentum?" "That's a fair question," Triple H replied. "The truth is, it'll be a challenge, but WWE fans are resilient. They followed us through every evolution, whether it was moving from USA to Spike and back again, or introducing the WWE Network. We'll make sure this transition, if it happens, is seamless." Rhea Ripley chimed in. "And what about our schedules? If the night changes, it could throw off everything." "I won't lie, there will be adjustments," Triple H admitted, "but we'll work together to make it as smooth as possible. You have my word." The room remained quiet for a moment, the weight of his words sinking in. Despite their reservations, many superstars respected Triple H's leadership and trusted him to navigate this storm. The next step was addressing the WWE Universe. Triple H knew the importance of crafting the right message. Fans weren't just spectators, they were the lifeblood of the company. If they didn't buy into this transition, the consequences could be catastrophic. During a special segment on Raw, Triple H appeared in the ring, microphone in hand. The crowd erupted into cheers, their faith in him evident. "I'm here tonight to talk about the future," he began, pacing the ring. For over 3 decades, Monday Night Raw has been the beating heart of WWE. It's where legends are made, where rivalries are born, and where history is written. The crowd roared, their passion filling the arena. But as WWE continues to grow and evolve, so must Raw. I want to be honest with all of you. Changes are coming. We're exploring new opportunities that could mean a new night or a new network for Raw. I know this might sound like a lot, but I promise you this Raw will always be the show you love. The audience buzzed with mixed reactions, but Triple H pressed on. "We're not just about tradition, we're about innovation. And just like you've stood by us through every twist and turn, we'll stand by you. This is your show as much as it is ours. And together, we'll take Raw to new heights." The crowd erupted into chants of "Thank you, Hunter." It wasn't unanimous support, but it was enough to reassure him that WWE fans were willing to trust the process. Behind the scenes, Triple H doubled down on preparations. He met with writers, producers, and executives, brainstorming ways to keep RIW's identity intact while embracing the potential changes. New storylines were pitched, designed to draw in viewers regardless of the time slot. Partnerships with digital platforms were explored, ensuring fans could watch Raw whenever and wherever they wanted. He also leaned heavily on WWE's social media team, instructing them to create campaigns that celebrated RIW's history while teasing its exciting future. The hashtag #RawImagined began trending, sparking conversations among fans worldwide. As the days turned into weeks, the final decision loomed closer. Triple H knew the stakes, but he also believed in the resilience of WWE, its fans, its talent, and its legacy. Change was never easy, but it was often necessary for growth.